Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I am going to be doing Flesh Quest, or Flesh Doom. So, if you don't want to be spoiled and you want to try this quest out on your own, it is fairly new. That's understandable, just giving a fair spoiler warning. For those who have not heard the intro,
I have had a most disturbing experience that I must share with you, my friend. Earlier today, I was called upon to help one of the men that escaped from the labyrinth. He was deranged, violent, and kept lashing out at all of those who tried to calm him. I suspected that he was possessed by some sort of demonic entity, and so began to drive the evil from within him. After many hours, I was able to exorcise a demon who called himself Thehell2, but the Hellion fled into the labyrinth. You may think that I am mad, but after speaking with the man and battling with Thehell2, I believe that the labyrinth has somehow become a gateway to the underworld. As you descend deeper, you may find yourself upon the doorstep of hell itself. Finally, the man who was possessed retained memories of an ancient demon blade named Shadowfang. If you find the demon Thehell2, beware this foul sword. While I fear the dangers below grow even greater, you must find Thehell2 and slay him. Bring the sword to me and I can destroy it, but do not wield it, for its power can corrupt absolutely.
so that was given by Tremaine. He shows up in the town after you enter level 13. In about 50% of the games, or so I've read. Level 14, here we go. Okay. So my dex got cut by 10, my DFE by I think 3 on the first level. Luckily it hasn't inhibited any of my gear. I would have had a little bit better, but I switched my character file over a little bit earlier today before I did Maiden of Anguish and looking for more quests. So, not exactly the stuff I want to use, but I'm sure I could pull more out if it really is, that impossible. Right now, I don't think it will actually be that hard just because I have a lot of armor class. But I mean, I could be wrong. Actually, I'm gonna take this off just because, go with that. Usually the quests ramp up quite a bit in their difficulty, so I figured by the 3rd level I might have to adjust, but for right now and what I'm seeing, I might have overleveled myself a bit. And the idea here is to actually, try it legitimately as someone who would have found, the gear that he found realistically. Lightning Nova, that'll save me some gold. After I try this on normal mode, I will want to do it on a mage. That'll be in Doom. Maybe I'll do it later in the week, but yeah, very rare that I get to try new challenges on my mage. probably about decent armor. My chance to hit should be going down a little bit in these levels, but I don't really know what to wear for amulet. I didn't bring a whole lot with me. Maybe I'll bring that. It's a little bit better than, 100 plus hit points. And right now it looks fairly dark, but oh, it will get very dark by the 3rd level. Supposedly by, I think, 30%. If I remember correctly, after you have, I think, all of your gear except your weapon with negative 10% and negative 30%, enemies can only see you within 2 spaces. It's kind of funny to watch. I don't think I'll get that low, obviously, and it would be nice to have improvision, but fighting in the dark without improvision, that'll be a new skill set to learn. Could have swore I got a fireball chucked at me. I like the layout so far. It's thin walls, but not a whole lot of cover. But fairly geometric, which I like too. When you get some cave levels, they don't really look nice and even. And it's understandable because it's supposed to mimic an actual cave, but it's kind of a bit of adjustment because I've been playing Thehell2 at a different resolution. So everything looks so close and like I'm trying to reach on the edge of my screen for a lot of things. Whoa. It's actually a pretty well varied level. You've got a little bit of every element, which I didn't expect. I know fire resist was cut as a penalty, but I expected there to pretty much just be fire damage. Kind of like the Lost Treasure quest. I think there's only magic damage there. And the good thing about the enemy choice here is all these monsters are part melee, part elemental. So you're kind of challenged on both fronts that way. Or if you were a mage or a scout, you would kind of laugh at, any archer or those Kako demons. So I think that's a nice touch. One thing I missed though is the number of monsters left at the top of the screen. I gotta be careful not to miss any enemies though, because the Maiden of Anguish quest, I missed one enemy. It took me like 15 minutes. So with the negative light radius that I have from my helm, coupled with the quest negative, I really gotta watch these edges out here. It's a really big level though. Maybe I should go a little bit further around. The one issue I see, at least right now, this is just horror, but I mean, if it is the same layout for Doom, walls will fit perfectly across these corridors, I think, so it might make it a little bit easier for the scout, maybe less so for the mage. I'm trying to remember the resistances right now. Okay, I think it's lightning for black horns. Fire or lightning for these guys. Maybe magic, or maybe fire for those guys. Actually, that's pretty good then. And the bugs are lightning, so fire and lightning will go a long way. But the enemy type might change as the levels progress too, so. This is a really nice corridor to have. I would imagine there's a pretty big fight in this room. Wow. I guess so. Yeah, the easier way would just be to run away as far as possible until they stop chasing you and kind of pick them off. But I'd like to try and do it this way. Just, I haven't used a potion yet, so. Oh, that's Flesh Doom. Oh, cool. I'd like to leave them for last, if possible. Ooh, identify. I kind of lucked out with that amulet. It was a lot of lightning resist, so. Whoa. Man, there's a lot of them. I could have swore that those lava enemies, they would shoot lava balls, not fireballs, but I don't know, I guess it's been kind of a while since I played. Maybe they were like specifically altered for this quest. Ah, there we go. Get rid of some of this excess magic. I think that's a good quest reward. Use of cauldrons, definitely nice to see. Um, about 19 minutes in, I guess I'll end the video here. I'll probably just make a video for every part, even if they're a little short. Catch you guys next time.